Hello everyone, welcome back to Trek-A-Day. Today we have Volume 6 of the Star Trek Best Episode Collection, and go ahead and have Volume 7 in here today as well. Starting off with Volume 6, we have Q-Who, Sanctuary, and Blink of an Eye. Starting off with TNG's classic Q episode, the introduction of the Borg, and moving into Deep Space Nine's Sanctuary, where a group of refugees in search of a home thinks that Bajor may be their fabled homeland, and we get into a lot of the religious friction as well as especially the political elements as Bajor is struggling with its newfound position free from the Cardassians and the unstable political situation, what to do. And it's just a really interesting look into the struggles at this point in time with Bajor and how unstable things really are with the provisional government and everything, and this kind of monkey wrench thrown into everything. It's fascinating and is a good early Kira episode, especially one that explores the character where she's not just like aggressive and angry all the time. I know some people I've heard over the years say that in the first couple seasons of DS9 they're not as big of a fan of Kira because she seems so, overly aggressive, and the character is just, focused on that anger element. I disagree with that, especially with some episodes that are, again, very early on, still in DS9, like in Volume 7. You don't have to bring this out early, but just in mentioning that, Duet, one of the all-time great acting performances in Deep Space Nine. So, I guess two good examples of going against that perception of early Kira, and Voyager's Blink of an Eye, which I always find to be a fascinating watch, where Voyager is stuck in orbit of a planet that is going through a temporal speed up. I forget what the exact time frame is, but every few minutes can be years on this planet, and Voyager is visible first seemingly as a star, something to the naked eye in the primitive culture, and then over the years they're able to observe, within the context of the planet, they're able to observe that culture evolve from barely being above cavemen to the point where they can launch a space-faring vessel to go reach and visit Voyager. And seeing that evolution, seeing that element of Star Trek that I really love, the anthropology element, like digging into the investigations of different societies and seeing their evolution and the differences and the parallels with humanity, just exploring that. It's fun while they're trying to solve the conflict also of Voyager accidentally causing earthquakes. They're called the ground shaker or something along those lines within this culture, and they have this mythical belief about Voyager, and seeing that change over time as the society becomes more complex and more scientifically literate. That's a really cool way of exploring the evolution of society within a sci-fi setting. So a good Voyager episode. Moving on to Volume 7. Of course, we already talked about Duet a little bit. One of my personal favorites, if you've watched my top 100 episodes of Star Trek series, A Matter of Honor. Really enjoyable. Riker on the Klingon vessel in particular is just fantastic. And then we have Initiations, where we have an appearance of Aaron Eisenberg off of Deep Space Nine as a young Kazon warrior. This one in particular, the Kazon in general have never been a favorite of mine. And this one has just never been a big standout for me. But the one thing that I think it does really well is, while I don't find them particularly fascinating, it is one of the more interesting looks into Kazon culture and kind of getting a bit of an understanding of their culture while they are a threat to Voyager, while they're in that area of space. So definitely not a standout, especially up against something like Duet or one of my personal favorites, A Matter of Honor. But it is fun, and it is good to see a little bit of exploration of the Kazon while they are still relevant to Voyager. So it's Volumes 6 and 7.